Close. End of list. Now in Streamlabs OBS window.
Oh, let's go. Let's
To
actually go.
enter the web area, press Control
This is the
Option
Emmett
Shift
Douglas
down
show.
arrow.
I am Emmett Douglas. Now, today is mostly NBA. I had to fit a couple NFL stories in here just because I had to, I guess.
Mail. Now,
But,
YouTube
you know,
close button.
we're not here
You are
for
currently on
that.
a
So
button.
first of all, we're going to
click
start by
button,
this.
which closes the current
Previewing
window. Press
the
Control Option
NBA
Space.
play-in tournament. Now, our first matchup kicks off in like 15 minutes as I'm recording this. And that's the Hornets and the Pacers. I have the Hornets taking this game. Here's why. First of all, the Pacers have injury issues to the max. Malcolm Brogdon, their first leading scorer, who's averaging 21 points a game, he's questionable due to an injury. Domantas Sabonis, questionable to an injury. I think he's going to play, though. He played Sunday. Karis LeVert just got put out on the list because of the COVID. And he's expected to miss 10 to 14 days, all right? So he's about to miss 10 to 14 days because of COVID. Even Sabonis is great, but if he plays, I just don't see them, winning. LaMelo Ball, Scary Terry, all on the tear. Malik Monk off the bench. Devontae Graham having a good year as well. Pacers just having injury issues, and freaking Malcolm Brogdon's been injured for the past 2 months. All right, now we're going to go over to our game that starts at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wizards Celtics. Now, the Wizards, they've been a little hot lately. I am not going to lie to you. They have been very hot lately. And I actually have the Wizards, coming through and taking a nice old dubski. Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's injury does concern me just a little bit, but I think, they can pull it off. I'm not too worried about it. By the way, I forgot to say this, but it's the Emmett Douglas Show. Get me on Twitter at EmmittNoc04, EMMITNOSCE04, Instagram at EmmittNoc. How are you guys doing today? If you want to interact with the show, do that in the chat box, whatever it's called. The chat. I'm here, all right? Hit me up, all right? Deal? Deal. All right, cool. And if you're watching this at a later time, you can either comment on the video or you can tweet me at EmmittNoc04 on Twitter. By the way, I'm very active on Twitter, and the show never stops. All right, I'm always tweeting about stuff that goes on. So yeah, Celtics. They've been a little weird this season. I mean, I had them doing better now. Also, Jaylen Brown, who's a key contributor to the Boston Celtics, he's actually hurt with a torn ligament in his wrist. So I buy the Wizards pulling it off. All right. Bradley Beal's injury concerns me. Went over that. All right. Lakers, Warriors. Lakers? Okay. Y'all know how much I poo-pooed on the Lakers like 2 weeks ago during our last show. I just went hard on them. I'm still going hard on them, but I do have them making it to the playoffs, and I do have the Warriors making it because how the playing tournament works. It's a little confusing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but all right. I have them. Now I went hard on them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys on that one. I went very hard on them a couple weeks ago, and But I didn't say that they were gonna be a first round out. I went hard on them, that's for sure. But I didn't get I haven't beaten the Warriors because LeBron and AD are looking hot. My issue with the Lakers more is, can they stay healthy for this full it's just, can you trust this Lakers team to stay healthy for the full? It's just, I don't know if I can trust them to go past it. Sorry, that was horrible. All right, the Lakers, they're gonna best out the Warriors in this play-in tournament. And LeBron, AD, they've been hot. They also have Dennis Schroeder back, but like I said, I don't know if I can trust LeBron and AD to stay healthy for the full playoffs. Colin Cowherd actually had him making the finals. I don't agree with that. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I'm just not buying into that. All right. Lakers have been on a tear, though. LeBron does look a little bit normal. But just, dude, I would, okay, to be honest with you, since we're talking LeBron here for like the 15th straight episode, all right? If LeBron had never said, I don't think I'd look 100% ever again, I don't know if I'd be saying this about the Lakers. He really did that to himself here, all right? And I defend the Lakers. If you hear my calls on the Ben Maller show, because Ben's a Clipper apologist, I go hard on the Lakers, or on the Clippers, and I defend the Lakers, even though I'm a Blazers fan. But, you know, I don't have much to look forward to. But no, I'm not gonna, I love the Blazers. I'm not switching over, all right? All right. Grizzlies Spurs is going to be your game tomorrow. I think that is before the first, that is before the Lakers game. I did that in a reverse order, right? Now, Derek White just got hurt. The Spurs, they've been all right this year. I'm much more high on the Grizzlies with like John, Jaren Jackson, and stuff like that. So I have the Grizzlies taking the dub. So that Lakers Grizzlies. Play a tournament's so confusing. I'm trying. I thought I had it, but now I'm like questioning it. Thursday. We have 2 games. I think they play each other. Oh, okay. So how's it gonna work is Friday they're gonna play each other. We're gonna have 2 more games. It's so, yeah, it's so confused. I'm sorry. Hold on. We're gonna look this up here. All right. Because I want to give you guys the best information. It's a bad job by me, but to be fair, it is a little confusing. New tab. How does the 2021 NBA play-in tournament work? All right, we're gonna go with that. Oh, sorry about that. Just absolutely obliterated my mic over there. Alright, there we go. Found it. Okay. So the loser, alright, so we have the Grizzlies winning here, right? And if the Warriors lose, the Lakers are automatically in. So the Grizzlies are gonna play the Warriors, and then whoever loses that gets, alright, so cool. Alright, moving on. Alright. Now, Dodgers pick up Albert Pujols, 41-year-old. You know, Angels cut him. They decide, well, it's time to move on. And here's my thoughts on this move. This is just, you can't be mad at this move. You can't be, you know, happy at this move. It's a whatever move. The Dodgers are having some horrible injury issues, and yeah, they're having horrible injury issues. They have like, what, 13 guys injured? Which is absolutely insane to me. So they need Pujols to help. I don't know if he's gonna. He might be like, what, or DH, designated hitter. I don't know. I'm not too mad, I'm not too happy. 41-year-old, I mean, give us a 1-year deal. He's going to ring chase. That's really all there is to say on that one. Whose career would I rather have? AKA, this is where we split over and talk about NBA Hall of Fame. All right? It's the Emmett Douglas Show. I'm Emmett Douglas. Get me on Twitter at EmmettNosey04, EMMITNOSEE04. On Instagram at EmmettNosey. And you start subscribe to this YouTube channel and drop a like for more content. All right? All right. Now, whose career would I rather have? I saw some of the Odd Couple, and I want to, bring this here, all right? Because I kind of like to do that, where I bring a segment from another show, and I kind of talk about it. So whose career would I rather have? Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, all right? Tim Duncan, I think he's a great, obviously, he's in the Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame, I'm going to start by talking about Kobe's speech, man. That was freaking incredible, that speech by his wife. And, props to her. She choked her words, the last 3 words, I believe it was. Last, 3 or 4 words. Absolutely strong. Great. I think it was the greatest Hall of Fame class to ever be inducted in the Hall of Fame at once. You got Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. All right. And now who got Paul Pierce and Ben Wallace got in this year. Very interesting there. Very, very interesting, I must say myself. All right. Whose career would I rather have? There's no other answer than Kobe Bryant here. The Mamba, Kobe Bean Bryant. Because, obviously I'd rather be alive. But if we're talking careers, it's definitely Kobe. Definitely Kobe. First of all, Kobe, he scored 81 points in a game. And that's just incredible. He was one of the all-time greats, one of the best players to ever touch the basketball. I'm not saying Tim Duncan wasn't. I'm not done yet. I'm just getting my thoughts on Kobe. And, he just scored 81 points. He, cool guy. Was a Hall of Famer. They're all Hall of Famers, obviously. But he scored 81 points. I mean, took the Lakers to the finals, got to play with Shaq. Him and Shaq were a duo, and then later it was Pau Gasol who was a duo. He had Steve Nash for a little bit. And Kobe, just all-around cool guy. And also, I'd rather this guy's career because so many people, everyone was a Kobe fan. Say what you want to say about, him cheating on his wife, whatever. Everybody, check the chat here. Everyone I knew, I, myself included, I was a Kobe fan. Even though I was just getting into the game of basketball in 2013, I kind of I saw his good games on YouTube. I really didn't see him live. I saw his last game live, the game that broke Twitter.
Minimum full screen web content. You are current in web content heading level 2 items. More options. Web link. Learn more. Say something. Click custom emojis 0/200. Send dimmed button. All messages. Link. Sign into chat. All 0/custom. Say something. Link. Welcome to live chat. Link. Learn more. Heading level 2 items. More options. Heading level 2 items.
So no one commented.
More options. You are currently on a heading level 2
No,
inside of
every kid.
To exit this web area, press Control Option Shift up.
Every kid would have Kobe or so many people's idols, Kobe's moves, his post moves, his fadeaways. I remember in 2K always using Kobe. I mean, Tim Duncan, I always play against the Spurs, and he made me a little mad. Nothing against the guy, but he was overpowered in 2K, all right? And personally, I'd rather have Kobe's career. Just, legacy. Everyone loved him. Unless he didn't. Everyone loved Timmy D, too. Timmy D was a different kind of guy. It's such a hard question. But here's the thing. Kobe was, everyone was, a Kobe boy. I was, you were probably. And my favorite part. Say you have, a piece of paper right here. You're about to throw away. Throw it away. Kobe! Boom. Into your trash can. You do, the Kobe bank shot, if you will. You do, the Kobe swish, man. Timmy D doesn't have that. Yes, Timmy D had a very successful career. Won championships with the Spurs and Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. That would be cool to play with. But ultimately, Kobe's legacy, I'd rather have Kobe's career. All right. Switching over from the NBA to the NFL. We will be back to the NBA in moments, all right? We have 3 NFL stories here. we're going to start out with what quarterbacks that are drafted in the first round, who's starting, when, and what, we're going to talk about that. And then the Juwan James situation, and it kind of ties into Patrick Surtain and Deshaun Hamilton. Then I think someone in the media said quarterbacks who ask for trades are divas, or is Aaron Rodgers a diva? We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about Stephen Curry. And do I think he's the MVP? Do I think he shut down the haters? My thoughts on Stephen Curry this season. All right. So, first round quarterbacks, first two quarterbacks off the board are Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, obviously. They're obviously both starting on their respective franchises. Third pick, Trey Lance, all right? 49ers quarterback. I have Trey Lance. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he has potential. But I think he's actually, what's going to happen is he's going to kind of start, they're kind of going to slowly ease him in the lineup. Jimmy G's going to be the official starting quarterback in that team. Because Trey Lance, he didn't really play that much college ball. And, teams could be skeptical on that. And Jimmy G, when Jimmy G is healthy, he's good. You just can't trust his health. So, of course, they're going to be trying to, move on and build around Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to start for... I really think it depends on the season. They have to fight hard. So, if Jimmy G stays healthy, I could see Trey Lance, getting a couple games in, maybe, a couple games against, weak opponents. But if they're, not doing so good in, 6 weeks, or, they're, in a blowout game against the Jets or something, like what happened with Tua Tagovailoa last year, I actually think Trey Lance could get the start as early as Week 7, but as late as Week 18, all right? I think that's what's just going to happen. There's no, denying that. That's because Mac Jones was a pick for kind of starting now, which I don't think the Patriots are going to start him. We'll get to that after we talk about Justin Fields. But Mac Jones is a kind of safe pick, I guess. But they're like, all right, we have Jimmy G. Why not go for Trey Lance? And I said this. I said Trey Lance is going to get traded. Trey Lance, if he gets drafted, then they're going to keep Jimmy G. If Mac Jones gets drafted, Jimmy G's out there. And I'm still holding with that pick. Obviously, I think Jimmy G's going to be around for the season. I think, he's going to sign somewhere else, get traded next season. I don't know where it's going to be because the Patriots have Mac Jones and Cam Newton. But, yeah. All right. With the 11th pick, the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. All right. Now, the Bears are very down with Andy Dalton. No issues with it. All right. I understand it. I'm not too high on Justin Fields. I think it's going to turn out good. All right. But it's just... when's he going to start for me? I actually have him starting earlier than most people do, all right? I'm going to say Week 2, all right? Here's what I think is going to happen. Week 1, all right, Andy Dalton's going to start. And they're playing the Rams in prime time. And I completely forgot to add that straight in my notes. We're going to get to that. We'll wrap it up, the show up with that, all right? Speaking of prime time. But you all see. So, what's going to happen? Andy Dalton's going to crap the bed against the Rams defense, right? And Matt Nagy is going to be like, let's get to the young guy, which I don't know how I feel about that, because the thing is, the Rams the best defenses in the whole entire NFL. So, it's just, it's just why would you start, or what, why? But I just have a feeling. Well, those gut feelings, And I think Justin Fields is better than Andy Dalton. I don't know why they even signed Andy Dalton. Good on the Bears for realizing their future and trading up for Justin Fields. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not too high on him, but I think but all these quarterbacks, I think, have something special in them this year. We the better quarterback classes we've had in a while, upwards of Rivers, Breeze. I think they're all in the same class. Big Ben was in there, Eli Manning, something like that. All right, we're gonna switch over to something I want to talk about here. Juwan James, obviously, he worked outside of the Broncos. He got injured. Now he's not getting his $10 million salary. Trust me, I get why the Broncos cut him, but I feel like, because he has injury issues, but I feel like that when you're working off-site, you kind of have no option but to butt to work like somewhere else, and they're gonna do it. They want to stay in shape, and I think you don't have to require these things, these off-season workouts, but I do think they should be available. Patrick Surtain, he's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna go get in shape, but if you're gonna get, I think the Broncos are actually having a workout, but I think they need to have all practices need to be open for optional, like all facilities, because stuff like this, if he gets injured, you're done. The players union needs to do something about that. All right. NFL quarterback divas, all right? Are the quarterbacks who who ask for trades divas? No. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't like Deshaun Watson anymore. If he's proven guilty, I don't take that stuff lightly. Neither should you, all right? But, I'm not going to, make you do that. It's your opinion. You get your right to buy that. I don't know if he's guilty yet. I just have, a bad feeling, all right? Kind of like I do with Andy Dalton crapping the bed against the Rams. But that's enough of that. Okay. Andy Dalton, or Aaron, I think it was Terry Bradshaw who actually said, who was saying all this stuff. I'm like, nah, dude. That's not how that works, all right? So what's going to happen is I don't think they're divas. Because, I just think, players do have a right to ask for trades, and they're kind of like learning from the NBA, who guys literally like do all this stuff just to get out of a team, to go build a super team, which you can't really do in the NFL because salary cap. But it's a lot harder to build a 53-man super team than a NBA super team. I mean, people have to take pay cuts, but I think players have the right to stay up and be like, hey, can I get traded? I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but his attitude just kind of not a good guy for the locker room. But it's just like, can you blame the guy? I mean, I don't. I have like very mixed on this situation, because I understand why the Packers drafted Jordan Love, but the Packers have also made some very questionable moves. Like y'all could have got wide receiver in like the first round. No, you didn't. That's what Aaron Rodgers wants. Y'all could have not drafted A.J. Dillon to pay Aaron Jones next year. Stuff like that. I mean, I hope A.J. Dillon gets the shot to ball out somewhere. But just simple stuff like that doesn't make him divas. Deshaun Watson, Texans sucked. Let's be real. I mean, the front office was very incompetent, and they hired a horrible coach. And it's like, okay, I want to bring this up. You signed your extension thinking that, of all people, Bill O'Brien's going to be your head coach. Really? Really? Come on, man. I'm sorry. What a clown show that, like... All right. So we're going to go over... I'm actually going to do a segment before I hop into Steph Curry. Now, I don't know if you guys are big schedule fans. It's all right. I think it's... not my favorite thing about football, but I don't have an issue with it because, I guess it's cool. It's a football story. We all need football stories. So, games I want to go to. Games I'd look at. Just why not? All right. First of all, as a Seahawks fan, I'd love to see Seahawks-Rams. I feel like that is going to be a kick of a game. See Matthew Stafford play for the Los Angeles Rams. See my Seahawks, which I've never been to a Seahawks game at. Okay. Hear me out here. I'm not even a Mariners fan, but I've been to a Mariners game. That's the only pro sporting game I've actually been to. It was against the Oakland A's in like 2014. It was all right. I just had a burning hatred for the Mariners. I really I was like neutral back in 2014 about baseball. So, but Seahawks Rams I'd love to go to. The Patriots. Buccaneers, see Tom Brady go back to New England would be cool. Those ticket prices are absolutely insane. It's like what they average up to like dang near $1,300. Like, it's crazy. $1,300 for one ticket here. I'm gonna pull that up after I make sure we're still good here on SeatGeek because I have that ready. So that would be a good one. I'd also want to go check out like a Chargers or a Rams like game just to see like what the new stadium looks like. I feel like that would be a pretty cool experience. Just to be like, all right, been there, done that. Same with the Raiders. I'd also want to see some sort of 49ers game to see, you know, that. I want to see, dude, honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'd want to see Alright, I won't see it. Okay. Alright. Cowboys Bucks. I want to go to that one. $770 to go see the Ravens and Raiders play. I would want to go see that stadium though. That would be cool to see. Alright, let's view all. Nope. Can I just feel? Alright, let me go back. Alright. But I'd also want to go check out or let's go Google NFL games here and go through them. NFL games. I'd also want to go to Seahawks Steelers because that would be just it's in Pittsburgh. Obviously, I'm not going to this. It would be cool to see. You know, I don't think Big Ben's playing past next year. This is last season. We're still looking here. Alright, let's look at Patriots Buccaneers. That's what we came here for. Patriots Buccaneers. Let's see what they are. Okay, good. That's a primetime game. Week 4. Alright, 1 ticket. Let's see what they're going to give me here. Just come on, see Geek Load. $1,100 for section 336. $3,000 for section 130. $1,300 for 3 through 7. $2,000. Tickets are absolutely off the walls for this, man. That is insane, yo. Alright, coming up next, so we're actually going to look at Steph Curry. Did he prove all his haters wrong? Is he worthy of the MVP? We're going to get to that next. It's the Emmit Douglas Show. Alright, first of all, before you hop into Steph Curry, I just want to say, make sure you like the stream, show some love, interact with the show by chatting. I need to be more active by looking at that, but, like, look, to be fair, who's watching this? So, comment below. If you're, after the show, you can comment below. I'm not really too active on YouTube comments, but, I'll start being more active. Hit me up on Twitter, though, at EmmittNelsi04. That's...
Welcome link.
I'm
Learn
always
more.
on Twitter.
Say something.
So
Say something. Welcome to live. Heading
if you
level
want
2
to
right.
report
Welcome to
me,
live chat. Remember to guard
I'm
your privacy and
down
abide
for
by
that,
our
alright?
community guidelines. You
So,
are currently on a text element
Steph Curry,
inside of web content.
did he
To exit
prove
this
his
web
haters
area,
wrong?
Press Control Option Shift up arrow.
I think, no, I think, you know, kind of. I think, no, obviously, a lot of these haters are kind of like, well, he's not, if he makes a play, or if he doesn't make the playoffs or he's not successful, then then he didn't, then, like, he's still overrated. Whoa, Wellesley. If he, obviously, if he decides, well, you know what? Or if he decides, jeez. But if he makes a playoffs, I'd easily say they're for sure shut down. If he, carries his team a little bit, I don't see it happening. I think they're kind of shutting up. I think Steph Curry is personally one of the, I think he's best point guard in the league. Steph Curry, number 1. Damian Lillard, or Kyrie Irving. I'm going to put Kyrie ahead of Dame just because Kyrie's had more success. At number 2, Dame at number 3. CP3 at number 4. CP3 has been absolutely insane this year. Can't lie there. Who's at 5? I'll round it out here. I think Kemba's fallen out of the top 5. He's injury prone now and just not Kemba Walker we used to know. Yeah, Dame. Steph, Kyrie, Dame. Yeah, alright, I can't think off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Ben Simmons, I think he's point guard. I guess he's top 5, but, is he really a point guard? Stephen Curry, though. I think he's definitely the best point guard in the league. But probably, I think he's, I haven't really seen too much of Ray Allen, in his heydays back, Celtics days, because I was a little kid. Even if I do, I barely remember it. But, because I'm 16. I think Steph Curry, we can argue, is one of the best shooters of all time. I mean, some of the shots he just shoots and lobs up are incredible. And I don't get how you could say he's overrated when... Who does this team have? Steph Curry, Draymond Green, James Wiseman out, and he's all right. It's like he's a game changer for the Warriors, James Wiseman. He's out with an injury. Klay Thompson's out with an injury. Andrew Wiggins is inconsistent, just like my upload schedule on this channel. But, I might do some more Madden streams in the future. And I just don't get how, that works, though. How you could just hate on a guy who's literally carrying all Golden State and putting them on his back. Without this guy, or without Steph Curry, Golden State would be, 2-70. Not literally. Probably, they're not gonna be a good team. Probably one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the Western Conference. And the thing with Steph Curry being assistant quarterback is, I've heard that take before. Of course, it's going to take a good coach to thrive a player. When Steph Curry blew up, he was 25. Right? And I don't think he's overrated, because when Steve Kerr went there, he was 25. Steph Curry every year was improving when Mark Jackson was the head coach. So I'm not buying that. I think Steve Kerr's a great coach. I do, but I just feel like Steph Curry I don't think it'll be as good as it usually is, his career. But I think he definitely have a pretty solid career, and it's just crazy. I mean, people he's overrated because he choked in the finals. Everybody choked in the finals, dude. And either way, LeBron James is probably the greatest basketball player of all time. And Steph Curry and Klay going up against LeBron. And the thing was, KD brought it. Well, KD's never led his team to a championship, so why are you saying that? Well, it literally makes no sense at all. And another thing, why? Or should I do I think Steph Curry's the MVP? I think he's very valuable. If we're talking about most valuable players, if that's how it worked, if it wasn't based on winning, Steph Curry is definitely the most valuable player. Him and Chris Paul are very valuable. Steph Curry is he's very valuable. Without him, the Warriors, you never know. But the thing is, they're an 8 seed. I'd have him in my ballot. I don't have him winning it. He's, I'm gonna throw you some stats here. All right, Steph Curry this season, he's averaging 32 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 48.2% from the field, 42.1% from the 3-point line. And, you could say, well, that's solid. The stats are okay, but that's not MVP level stats. I mean, if you want to argue that way. Then, I'm sorry, but that's just, It's just like when it's the stats don't really do it justice. Like there's times he's dropping 50 out there and carrying the Warriors on his back, and that's what we have to deal with. He's carrying the Warriors on his back like freaking. It's like he's like squatting like 900 pounds of dudes and just taking them all on his back, carrying them, and like just absolutely going ham on the Warriors. All right, now I think the Joker is going to win the MVP this season. That's no question, because Joel Embiid, he's missed some time due to some injury, and Steph Curry, he's been here. He's been here throughout like the whole season. All right, and yeah. That's my thoughts on that. This is the Emmett Douglas Show. I'm Emmett Douglas, alright? Now, just some couple quick announcements. Thanks for checking out the show. Get me on Twitter at EmmettOC04. I'm improving. I'm trying, and we're doing great out here, alright? The takeover is real. I want to try and get 2 shows a week now. I feel like every show I'm doing better. And if you guys have anything you want me to improve, I'm open for DMs at EmmettOC04 on Twitter. Comment down below in the YouTube section. Hit me up on Instagram at EmmettOC. Or tweet at me. And, I'll be sure. That's why the show... I completely forgot to touch on this. We'll touch on this at the end here, alright? Just one more thing. My finals picks. I don't have the Lakers making it. I don't trust the Clippers. This kind of process of elimination, I'm going to go Suns Nets making it to the finals. I mean, Chris Paul and D-Book are going off with DeAndre Ayton, and Frank Kaminsky's kind of had a little career revive. I'm not going to say it's like a full, but he's been solid this season. That's for sure. He's been great, all right? And yeah, there you go. That's my official finals pick. This is Blindside Sports. I'm Emmett Douglas. Why'd I change this name? Because the Emmett Douglas Show is just boring to me, and Blindside Sports has been this topic of discussion since I wanted to do podcasts. So I was like, why not? I'm blind. It's my opinion, so I think it works perfectly. I mean, I'm keeping this name. I might even change this YouTube channel name to Blindside Sports instead of Emmett Nosey. I don't know, because this channel is gonna be a sports channel, nothing else. I'm just gonna turn it all into sports now. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this
Link.
stream,
Learn. Say something. Welcome. Heading.